All right, so now that there's enough attention drawn to these cases, and I have enough people that are like focusing and really trying to get to the heart of like what went down when it comes to these things, I'm going to state plainly that when it comes to the setup that I previously mentioned, that was actually involuntary. It was not voluntary. So initially, I wrote my poem for the purpose of getting a critique, and I suppose they tried to blow it out of proportion and attack me over it. But the funny thing is, you can clearly tell that it's a work of artistic creation. It has to do with wordplay, wordsmithing, and it has nothing to do with actually performing any of those actions. Because the way that I was living my life, I mean, at the time I wrote that, I was working at like a pizza place in Pismo Beach, on the corner across the saltwater taffy shop, and I wrote that poem one night. I wrote it in like 8 hours, 6 or 8 hours. I just wrote it all the way through, and afterwards I was supposedly attacked by the military. That's the excuse on the network that they're making right now, is that I was attacked because I wrote that poem. Well, I asked for a critique first, and that is on the archive of Facebook. So there's nothing these guys can do. They'd have to throw away evidence, and then they couldn't use it in the first place, because then where do they get it? And then I can always go back to the fact that, I was the one that wrote the thing. I can recite it. I know the lines to it. And so anyone trying to steal my lines or take my material, they're basically going to get like placed into a lawsuit with me, and I'm just going to take. Um, I never did this with ill intent initially. I only, after a while of being attacked and prodded and goaded, did I decide that it's probably a good idea for me to use self-defense. So I basically turned it into a black cube. So that is what happened. So I trapped these people after a while with intent into, um, it would be intent anyways, because you have to decide on it. That's the executive powers of decision making. And so that is to speak in jargon and to speak of technicalities, but these guys essentially trapped themselves in a black cube, trying to steal my work, and then also trying to claim that my work was a key to them attempting to punish me. You can clearly see that this is a conspiracy theory that is being proven here, because there is no reason why I should be attacked by the military if I'm working in a pizza place and I write this poem. Afterwards, I worked odd jobs at like Vans. I've worked other places like restaurants and so on and so forth. So I've never been in a position where I can be a threat to the military, and yet it was assumed of me. And simultaneously, I was never revealing any any information that was privatized that is sensitive to the establishment. So what I was told in the middle of being on this network is that, oh, you lost me investment money, so now I need revenge on you and I won't let it go. Well, that is really too bad, because that revenge you tried to take out on me, it killed you.